Okay, everybody, this is John again from Volkswagen Planet, and today's date is October 10th, 2018. We're starting to get a little bit more of the winds coming in. These are coming in off the Gulf. I want to remind you that currently we are about 135 miles southwest of the eye, and these are the bands that we are receiving off the Hurricane Michael. The rain's really not coming to the picture yet, so I'm sure that'll be coming in about an hour or so. But everything is still calm down here. Not much going on. If you guys have any questions, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. Hold on one second, guys. Alright, I got up a little higher. So there you guys go. So again, pretty calm, just another day. Light storms. Nothing going on. This direction right here would be southwest of the storm. Like I said, again, not much going on. Winds are really died down, but we did get that squall come through here. I was hoping to show you guys some more, possible winds and stuff like that, but it seems to be pretty quiet again. We'll stay out here for a couple more minutes. Again, this is John from Volkswagen Planet. We are roughly, I would say, I don't know, 135, 150 miles south west of the storm. So now we'll just be going to be getting winds and stuff like that. At 3 o'clock, we will be receiving some beach erosion when the high tides do come in. Let's see if I can get a picture of the clouds real quick for you. So I'll show you how the directions of the clouds are going. So I don't know if you can see it, but the clouds are actually going in circles too. They're coming from the southwest, going southeast. I'm going northeast. I'm sorry. Let's see if you guys can see that up, maybe the higher clouds over here. I would say the upper winds are probably going a lot faster than the lower, because the trees aren't moving as much as they used to, or they have been. Whoa. I hear a gust coming in. Probably won't be that strong. Nope, it died out. And this is the patterns we've been receiving down here probably for the last 4 or 5 hours. Again, we are in Tampa, Florida. We are live. I am basically just outside 2 miles from Busch Gardens. Try to hold this nice and steady for you guys. But literally there is nothing going on. A little bit of winds. As you can hear, they're starting to whistle through the trees. Here's some more winds coming in. And this is literally all that's going on. Hopefully we'll get some winds or a little bit of gust, and we'll actually put that on the, I'll get you a reading on what the actual wind blowing through here actually is. Just bear with me a couple minutes until the next breeze comes in, next batch comes in. If anybody out there is in the vicinity of the Panama area, if you're getting stuff like this, this would be almost like the eye of the storm. It's nice and quiet. Seems like nothing's going on, but but the real fact is, you know, all hell is about to break loose. You really can't even explain to you guys, if you've never been in this, what it's really like, because TV is like watching a movie. You just got to experience it. It's an unbelievable sight of Mother Nature just basically getting back at us, and you know, it's just amazing what a hurricane can do. And as I stated before, it's not the winds that kill people or the rain. It's the objects in your yard that go flying around. It's the projectiles. That's what actually kills people and stuff like that. Or trees falling down. So we can get some higher up ones here. This branch you're watching is roughly about 25-30 feet up in the air. Again, not much going on. Really kind of boring, but we are in the middle of one of the feeder bands. I know that for a fact. Been gone through these several times in my life. Here comes a gust. That's close to 30 miles an hour. So we're sustaining about 20 to 25 miles an hour. It has picked up a little bit with the big ones here going into the 30s. You can see the trees start moving now. This is just an update of what's going on here in Tampa, Florida. It's pretty calm right now because we're actually inside one of the bands. So give it a couple of minutes and I'm sure there'll be a squall go through here, or what's called a feeder band. And for you guys who don't know what feeder bands are, or squalls, who don't live in the area or have never experienced them, sort of picture a saw blade, and the squalls would be the teeth on the saw blade cutting through the wood, and the wood and the metal fragments would be the feeder bands, and that's what we're experiencing right here. Right now it's pretty calm. We're about 185 miles southwest of the storm. October 10th. I think it's around 11:30, 12 o'clock. And this is what's been going on probably for the last hour or so. Not really much going on. Later on in the day, about 3 o'clock, they say that there's going to be, it's probably our worst time, and it's going to be storm surges, which will erode the oceans a little bit. After we all put that, or not we all did, but the state put a bunch of sand out there on the breakers and the reefs, the barge, to stop, you know, these big storms from coming in and eroding the beaches. But it's going to stop this one a little bit, but they're going to have to go back out there again and go ahead and redo it all over to protect the beaches. They are expecting storm surges and at high tide, which would be about 3:30 this afternoon. But the good thing about that, guys, is here in Florida we got a lot of red tide going on, and with the power of the winds and the waves being a little bit more abrasive out there, I really think that it's going to help break some of that red tide up, and hopefully Mother Nature can recover and get back to normal. So if you guys have any questions, or if anybody's not living in Florida here, has never experienced this, I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. So I'm going to stay on here probably another 10-20 minutes to see what's going on. And okay, you guys can hear we got another gust coming in. And then that's all we got. That one's a pretty good one. That's going to be in the 30s easy. I can hear some of the branches, the little small branches coming off the trees hitting the ground, but nothing like major because the winds aren't that strong all yet. This will probably be about the strongest winds we're going to receive since the hurricane has actually passed us. And like I said, we're just going to be getting these little gusts of winds like this. So anybody who has loved ones who don't live in the state of Florida or actually in Tampa here, turn them on to this video. They can watch basically what's going on, which is a whole bunch of nothing. If it wasn't for the different levels of pressure, which I can feel on my body because I've got multiple disc injuries and stuff like that, I can feel the pressure. If it wasn't for that, this would be just another day in Tampa. This is what we see every single day. Maybe not the gusts of winds as hard as this, but this would be our typical summer. Again, nice and quiet. And we've been doing this for, I don't know, probably 12 to 15 hours we've been doing this type of winds. Sustaining 16 to 20 with a gust of mid 30s. No power outages in the Bay Area. No deaths that I know of, according to all the news channels. All the schools and everything else are normal days. The city's working, U.S. mail's going. So it's just another day here in Tampa. So if any of you guys out there got a question, let me know. Hey, how's it going, Nick? But don't be afraid to ask, and let me know where you guys are at, and I'll answer the question to the best of my knowledge, but I will not lie to you and make up stuff. I plan on doing this probably a couple more minutes, and then at 3 o'clock when the storms really come in, I'll probably go live again. Just bear with me in the very first part because I'm still learning how to do all that stuff to set it all up. But besides that, I will bring you live coverage and show you things that the newscasters don't show you. Okay, as you guys can tell, there's not much going on here in Tampa. It is kind of slow. We're in between the squalls, or the what's it called, the feeder bands, and that's what actually you see on TV at times were the big circles and stuff coming off the hurricane. But as of right now, there's nothing going on. It's plain Jane boring. Nothing to report.